All right, today we're diving into the science of peak performance, and we're going to decode how to activate what some people call God mode, a really powerful biological state that you might know as flow. So let me ask you a question. What if you could just flick a switch and suddenly become 5 times more productive? I mean, really, imagine losing all track of time and just performing at a level you never even thought was possible. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, it's not. Yep, that's right, a 5-fold increase in productivity. And here's the really crucial part. This isn't some superpower that only a few people have. It's a biological state called flow, or the zone. And today, we are going to break down exactly how you can trigger it pretty much on command. So, how does this actually work? Let's get into the neuroscience of it. Because during peak performance, your brain doesn't just work harder, it works profoundly smarter. And the science behind it all is genuinely fascinating. Okay, so the technical term neurobiologists use is transient hypofrontality. Now, I know it sounds super complex, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It just means your prefrontal cortex temporarily shuts down. And why does that matter? Well, that is the part of your brain that's responsible for all that self-criticism, all that doubt, and that endless overanalysis. In flow, it just goes quiet. You can really see the massive shift right here. In our normal state, that inner critic is just blaring, doubt is super high, and we're constantly analyzing everything. But in flow, that critic is totally silent. Doubt gets replaced by instinct, and all that analysis gets replaced by pure focused action. It's like your subconscious just takes the wheel and operates at lightning speed. But silencing your inner critic is only one part of the story. To get into this state, your brain also floods itself with this uniquely powerful cocktail of chemicals. You can think of it as the ultimate biological high, and it's perfectly engineered for peak performance. And this is what is so incredible. Flow is the only time your brain is known to release 5 of its most powerful performance-enhancing neurochemicals all at the same time. This chemical cocktail is the secret sauce that completely sharpens your focus and shuts out every single distraction. So, what exactly is in this cocktail? Well, you get a hit of dopamine for motivation, noradrenaline to sharpen your focus, endorphins to block out pain and make you feel good, anandamide to boost creativity, and serotonin to keep you calm and centered. All of these are working together to dramatically speed up how you process information. Okay, so now we get the what and the why. So let's talk about the how. How do we actually get into this God mode whenever we want? Well, researchers have identified a protocol, 3 essential triggers. According to the folks at the Flow Research Collective, it boils down to 3 key conditions. First, you've got to find the right balance between how challenging a task is and your own skill level. Second, you need crystal clear goals with immediate feedback. And third, and this one is so important, you have to eliminate every single distraction. Let's break that first one down a little more. The challenge skills balance. Think about it. If a task is way too easy, you get bored, right? Your mind starts to wander. But if it's way too hard, you get anxious and you just want to give up. Flow. It lives right in that sweet spot in the middle. And what's incredible is that science has actually put a number on this sweet spot. The target you're aiming for is a task that's just 4% beyond your current ability. Not 10%, not 20, just 4%. That little bit of a stretch is just enough to command your full attention without totally overwhelming you. Now, that second trigger is all about clarity. Your brain has to know exactly what you're doing and whether or not it's working from moment to moment. It's this constant feedback loop that keeps you locked in and completely focused on the task at hand. And finally, we have the third trigger, which, in our modern world, might just be the most important one: eliminating all distractions. Flow requires a block of at least 90 minutes of completely uninterrupted focus. Just one little text, one notification, and it can totally shatter the state. And get this, it can take you up to 20 minutes just to get back in the zone after that. So the key takeaway here is this. Achieving peak performance isn't about hustling harder or grinding for more hours. It's about working deeper. It's about creating the right biological and environmental conditions to unlock the incredible potential that's already inside of you. I absolutely love this idea. This God mode isn't something you have to go out and get. It's already a part of your biology. Your job is just to create the right environment for it, to set up the right triggers, and just let it come out. So the final question is really for you.
Now that you have the protocol, what are you going to achieve when you stop working harder and you start working deeper?